Once upon a time, deep in the mountains, there was a village of Yeti. The village was very cold, and the houses were made of ice. They had to make their homes out of ice because the temperature was so cold that if they built their houses out of wood, the wood would freeze and turn to ice, and then they would have nowhere to live. In this village, there lived an old man. He was very poor, and he lived in a small ice house. He only had one matchstick left. But he didn't want to use this matchstick for himself. You see, there was a young mother in the village who had just given birth to a baby, and her husband had gone out into the mountains to get some wood for their house, but he hadn't come back yet, and she was getting very cold. The old man knew that if he used the matchstick to light his own house, the mother and her baby would surely die. So he put on his warmest coat and went out into the freezing cold to give the matchstick to the young mother. As he walked through the village, he saw other people lighting up their houses with their own matchsticks, and they were all too busy to even notice the old man walking by. When he got to the young mother's house, he knocked on the door and said, "I have something for you." She opened the door, and when she saw the old man, she said, "Oh, please come in and warm yourself by the fire." But the old man said, "No, no, you need this more than I do." And he handed her the matchstick. She didn't understand at first, but when she saw the old man's frozen hands, she took the matchstick and ran into the house. She struck the matchstick, and it lit up. And she thanked the old man as she hurried to warm up some rocks by the fire to put in the baby's crib. Then the old man turned around and slowly walked back home. As he walked, the other villagers saw him, and they all started to yell at him, "Hey, why didn't you use the matchstick to warm yourself? You should have used it to save your own life." But the old man just smiled and kept walking. When he got home, he made a small fire, sat down by it, and waited for the next morning. When the sun came up, the villagers all came out of their houses, and they saw the old man sitting by his fire. But he wasn't alive. The cold had taken his life during the night, but he had died happy, knowing that he had helped the young mother and her baby. And that is why we say that true warmth comes from lighting someone else's fire.